Don't we have a job to do?
I think it's this one. There it goes. We are live. Welcome to the first Lucid stream in a good while. Some wacky shenanigans. Colin, I'm stealing your health, by the way.
I don't use that thing that often.
I did not mean to talk to you. Leave! That's all it says! So, if you talk to another player's Statue of the Seven, it just says to leave. I did not know that. That's kind of funny.
Perhaps.
But, anyway... some shenanigans has happened this week. Shenaniganry that has prevented me from doing this. What domain did you need to do, Colin?
You need to do the lightning one.
The lightning
Work
one?
hard and live each day to the fullest.
Indeed.
That is what life in Mondstadt is all about, isn't it?
The Grounds of Thunder?
Indeed. Maybe I have to do the ice one as well.
Like I said, I don't have any condensed resin, so I will help you wherever possible.
We should actually do Taishan Mansion.
In any case...
Do we want to get artifacts or no?
Ah, where did you go? There you are. Jillian Karst? That's where you've been?
Get artifacts. I can farm talents anytime. More or less.
You can farm talents anytime?
I need an infinite amount of artifacts. I don't need an infinite amount of talent materials.
Fair enough. Let's see. Yeah, I think this will work.
Everything is
I have a
negotiable,
better
except
team.
overtime.
You're level 20, Rosaria. The one that you can't bring in. So, Rosaria came out, and the game has been not wanting to give me any dupes of her. I keep getting Barbara and Fischl. Just why I said that Purple Sister video I sent you, Colin, is a, how do you say, hashtag mood. I swear, I'm gonna get another dupe of Child before I get my first dupe of Rosaria.
Indeed. You likely scenario. Yeah, vintage.
You can't run! Time for takeoff. Punishment! La la la! before takeoff. Over here. Brace yourself.
There can be no excuse.
Says the anti-superconductor dungeon. Superconductor is getting you struck by lightning.
Ah, that's why my characters both took 1,000,000 damage. I'm not gonna collect anything.
You're not going to Lee syndrome this.
Huh? Although I do have 20 resin, I need books, I need talent material for Xin Yen specifically.
I see.
I'm gonna try a different strat. I'm gonna try using Xin Yen instead of Kia.
Shiver.
I'm sure it's pronounced Kai. Okay.
I don't care. Ah, you know what? That is what's happening. That's
No,
why
that's what's happening.
That's why Rosaria is taking, or Diluc is taking a bajillion damage.
My flame.
Huh? I thought I could outrun that.
It's never running. Jesus.
Wouldn't gliding be faster? Jumpy jump. You can't run. Look at me.
I don't even care. I'm gonna probably switch to Chi-Chi or Diana. Wait, fuck! I didn't. Ah!
And now you don't have 20 resin.
I'm gonna switch characters real quick so that I have some form of staying alive power.
Can't remember what I was talking about earlier.
One of the things that I did want to talk about, because Gotcha Gamer uploaded a video about the subject, and we've talked about it before, but I'd like to reiterate some of the aspects to Genshin that should probably be fixed. So, we'll start with what Gotcha Gamer talked about first. We'll talk about what the thing that we both agree on needs the most rework, and that is artifacts. Gotcha Gamer, in his video, he talked about a artifact loadout set, and I do agree that that would be pretty nice to have, but I feel like a bigger fix would be to streamline the way you get artifacts in general. Being able to pick and choose which stats you get when you get an artifact, even if it means having to grind out for a week straight in order to get said stat. At the very least, at that point, it would still be guaranteed that you get it. Like, if you could guarantee you get a percent attack goblet or a pyro damage goblet.
crafting is probably the way to put it. And you go to the domains for materials.
Yeah, exactly. You just you craft the artifact itself at the crafting bench. And the domains, you would just gather the materials.
It occurred to me, that video, it did have some stuff that I do agree that needs to be changed, but now that it occurs to me, that's all kind of, like, not important changes.
The things that he talked about needing to be changed are kind of tertiary things, in my opinion.
Yeah, tertiary, they're all secondary at best. Tertiary is like idle animations and barber voice.
Fair enough. They're all like secondary things at the very best.
Though the elemental mastery change is more primary, the game is.
I can agree with that.
Somewhat balanced around it.
I do agree with him that elemental mastery is really strong in the early game, but once you get to end game, it's next to worthless because you need an absolute shit ton of elemental mastery in order for it to be of any real use. And you could, and if you put the same amount of effort into getting like percent attack, you would be doing more damage with a melt reaction anyway.
And even a melt reaction, just normal attacks, like literally just physical damage attacks.
You need way too much elemental mastery in order for it to be useful.
Even useful. Sucrose has 9 or 800, and my reactions do like 200% more, so I think Overload does like 4k at level 90, which my Sucrose is not.
But then you compare that to like a melt or vaporize reaction.
So, no, like right now, if my Sucrose was capable of triggering an Overload reaction, it would do like 12k damage.
But that's Sucrose.
Indeed.
Sucrose is not able to do that. She does swirl reaction.
She would have to like swirl fire onto lightning, which good luck with that, because it's more likely that she'll trigger the swirl on everything that has fire.
Yeah. Because it's... God, there's an achievement for it, too. You have to get a swirl reaction...
You have to basically
all the swirl reactions in a very short amount of time. And apparently I've done it twice.
So the one place to do that, and that is in the Bliss Oblige domain. You have to get all the Abyss Mages together, and then you just swirl some shit in there, and then not only do they die really fast, but then you get the achievement. That is the only place where that is possible, in my opinion.
If my calculations are correct,
I do agree with Gotcha Gamer, though, that
might we add a small detour to our adventure?
elemental mastery in general needs to be reworked a bit.
See, to me, I can't remember how. I don't quite know how it works exactly, but I think it takes into account the elemental mastery of the current character you have out.
It scales the damage off of your elemental mastery, the strength of the element, and then the target's elemental resistance.
Indeed, but I mean, like, if you were to use Rosaria's ult and then swap over to Lukaya or tweaking Lisa just to trigger Superconduct, is it going to take into account Lisa's elemental mastery or Rosaria's elemental mastery?
It's the person doing the reaction, so it would take into account Lisa's.
Indeed. But then there's also the weird situation. What if you just bring out Fischl and then Rosaria, and then you don't actually have that ability?
Because Oz belongs to Fischl, I think it would count, in that case, it would count Fischl's elemental mastery for the damage. But Superconduct, in general, is probably the most useful out of all of those.
most.
Because it lowers the physical resistances of enemies, which for characters like Razor and Catching is very useful, because you tend to build those characters physical anyway. And even Rosaria has an ability to lower people's, lower the target's physical resistance. But you need C6 in order to get it.
Pretty sure C6 is a physical damage buff, not a physical resistance.
No, I just checked. It says... Rites of Termination's attack decreases opponent's physical resistance by 20% for 10 seconds.
Very well then.
And I'm assuming that's the initial burst.
I'm gonna assume it's all of it.
It says attack.
It could
I
be
mean,
all of it.
if it... I came, I saw, I conquered. I got an achievement for taking your shit. It would be really, really strong if it did it for the entire duration, because that would be a constant 10-second refresh. Where did you...
Indeed. Occurred to me there is something I can do. Something I have been neglecting to do, although I don't really need to do it anymore.
What is it?
The parametric transform.
You know what? I forgot to do that myself. I wonder if I can use it in your world.
You can. I have shit to kill.
But in any case, Elemental Mastery needs reworks. I feel like they should do more than just raw damage or raw numbers increases.
I think it would be better, even if they don't necessarily change it that much, is that if it took into account the elemental mastery of both elements.
I agree with that.
So if you have an 800 elemental mastery clean, you're going to get at least a minimum overload reaction of 12k.
Indeed.
If you have another 800 mastery official, for example, would that be 24k, or would that be even more?
I am not certain.
Depends on how the math is done. But in any case, that would make it far more useful.
Agreed. And I feel like the only reason they haven't done it that way is probably programming issues. Because like you said, they are somewhat of a... They are fairly inexperienced. MiHoYo only has Honkai as their only other game, which is a entirely mobile game. This is their first time doing a PC game.
It's still a mobile game. They just put it on PC,
Mm-hmm.
and it's turning out to be, wildly successful because the PC market is a lot bigger than the mobile one.
In America, it is. In Japan, mobile is actually bigger.
Perhaps.
And that's mainly due to work commutes and shit. Because, people are on trains. Are we gonna kill these things?
Maybe.
Is that what we're here for?
I am done contemplating stuff.
But in any case, I agree that ideally they would take into account both elemental masteries of both characters doing the reaction. But I feel like something more is also in line. Whoa! Not this time, asshole! Oh, there you go.
Judgment, let me shiver. Rain, outline a nuisance. Look at you, Blue Tail.
mentioned that I might have to go and do something.
I was not aware. I thought you had time today. But in any case,
Could have been any time.
I guess I can do it. I guess I can go it alone if you need to leave early.
It will be in about 10 minutes or so.
Okay, that's unfortunate. But in any case, let's go ahead and get what we want to talk about first. Elemental mastery needs to be reworked in some capacity. It's hard to say exactly what it needs, though.
First thing it needs is a Dendro stuff.
Well, Dendro, yes, but we just need a Dendro character in general.
Beyond that, like, yeah, what is Dendro going to amount to? Fire is bad?
I mean, Dendro already kind of does that. You get the Dendro debuff, and you light yourself on fire, and you're just gonna... Venice just gonna die.
Is that going to be the only thing? Is it just going to be... You have Dendro.
I doubt that.
It needs to be changed.
I agree.
And there are some ideas, but that's a fairly long topic, perhaps.
Let's go ahead and talk about Rosaria for a minute, because she came out recently.
Bad. Enough said.
Yeah, fuck you. I've been looking forward to Rosaria ever since ever since we first met her over in the Frozen Mountain itself. And I personally think she's one of the better secondary DPSs. And my damage with Klee has skyrocketed since I put her in my team. And because of that, I feel like Rosaria is contender for best 4-star in the game.
I wouldn't go that far. She's a good secondary DPS for Klee, but that does not make her even the best support for Klee.
But she's got really good synergy with a lot of characters. She would get a good superconduct with catching or razor, one of the two, as well as having the physical shred on C6, doing even more.
See, that would make her a good support for catching a razor. Unless you're good support, though. See, Xinyan can do the same thing. If you put Xinyan, Rosaria, and have catching a razor as your main DPS,
it's a lot of physical damage.
but is it the most? It's still worth the build physical damage? Probably not.
The thing is that the best DPSs in the game currently are all pyro. Because we've got Diluc, Hu Tao, and Klee are considered the 3 best DPSs in the game. And I don't even know who's considered the strongest. It might be Hu Tao out of the 3.
Probably. She does have a health draining.
She does have health training. She would need something to offset that.
See, now, something else that was mentioned is the elemental resonance, specifically for high pro.
I actually agree with that, personally.
We need something, but it could also be a matter of something else that knight didn't mention is that healing is kind of not necessary. Not super necessary, that is.
He kind of touched on it for a second, but he didn't go into depth. He did say that healing in general is kind of not all that great right now because the game is more damage, raw damage numbers focused.
Well, that's going to be a lot of games. Like, if they went into the Holy Trinity system, then it would be important for the healers to, be able to heal a lot.
Indeed, but as it is right now, the game's general design is more focused on how much damage you're able to do and how quickly you are. Because you could keep yourself healthy with a Chi-Chi, or you could set up a really elaborate Bennett and Mona burst with your Ding Guang DPS and one-shot whatever you're trying to kill in the Spiral Abyss. Personally, I feel like the problem is that for everything that healers give, there is a damage dealer that gives more.
See, another way to put it, because I feel like this is more of a general gaming thing, but damage is going to be like number one in all things. Because you don't need to heal as much if the thing killing you is dead.
Exactly. I think we joked about this with Cam once upon a time in FF, because he was like, "Why are you spamming Holy so much?" And I'm like, "This guy's not gonna take as much damage if the thing dies."
See, to me, the meme comes from League of Legends. One of the old videos, one of the old memes or jokes of the day. I can't remember what video it was from exactly.
It might have been from a Scara support video.
No, I remember. I think it was from like some old tribunal thing or something, some meme league website. Now that I remember correctly, kind of. But it was just like, why are you Mordekaiser support? It's like they can't hurt you if they're dead.
Exactly.
Death is the best CC.
It is though. He's not even wrong.
That's why Pokemon are generally really strong too, because it's like, I could engage with 25% of my maximum health, but then I would die. And here I am playing Leona, where that is the only thing I'm capable of. But beyond that, it's just kind of a thing in gaming in general. It's just need damage. It's balanced. The game is going to be balanced around it. They would have to the Holy Trinity system, tanking and healing, if they wanted healing to be important. Because it should be noted that I don't think there's not even Gene's ult can bring my Zhongli up to full health if he's like under half health.
Yeah. Healing in general, it feels like it doesn't scale all that well.
No, that's not true. It does scale. There's just no point.
It's like you said, what's the point of having a healer on your team if you've got, like, a child that's going to do a vaporize combo to whatever you're trying to kill and just one-shot it?
Kill it a lot faster, but you can in most cases, you can just avoid the damage. Just don't get hit. That's part of the balance of the game as well.
Indeed. I mean, you get invincibility frames for starting a dash.
And there are some things you can't dodge, which is good in my opinion, because it does mean you're either too slow or you are doing something wrong.
Agreed.
Like Child's dive attack in his boss fight. That will deal a metric ton of damage to your character.
Oh, you mean the whale?
No, not that. The one where he just rises slowly up into the air and you get marked.
Oh, that, yeah. Yeah, if you don't get rid of that debuff, you're gonna take a shit ton of damage. Like an actual metric ton of damage.
I think it'll one-shot all but your tankiest of characters, and even then...
It leaves them pretty close to dead. I think Chi-Chi managed to survive it with, like, 100 HP. But she was pretty low.
I have to go in on my Noelle, who has the defense nowadays, because Noelle had like 2-star accessories still back when he was doing.
I also didn't know this, but Xinyan's shield scales off of her defense.
I already knew that.
I either forgot or didn't know.
Which is a...
Diana, her shield scales with her shield scales with her HP.
That's more common. But healing for the characters that do heal, they actually heal alright. There's just no need for that healing.
I think that as far as healing is concerned, or support characters in general, if I were to choose between a shield character and a straight-up healer, I would choose a shield character any day of the week. Because that just lets me ignore some of the damage that's being done, which lets me do even more damage. And most of the time, these characters that give shields also have really good elemental reaction setups too.
Shields also allow you to ignore being hit stunned.
Yep.
That is side shoe. So we have about 2 more minutes before I need to disappear.
Alright.
Anything else?
What else did he talk about? Because
Master healing, hydro resonance specifically. Probably could have gone back to what should have been done for hydro resonance.
and what was that?
I do not know. I haven't really thought about it.
That'll be a topic for a different time.
Actually, if I had to throw out ideas, it would be maybe charge attacks, because all of the water characters have charge. Well, no, not all of them, but I should say the hydro damage set is focused on charge attacks. And of the 2 water characters that exist, I think even Child has a charge attack shenanigans.
He does. He does extra damage with his charge attack when he is in melee. And then his charge attacks apply his tag as well when he's in ranged mode.
Yeah, so I'm using Q, the only water character in the game that does not have a charge attack function for water characters. So, but I would also make it so that they might expand on the resonance system a little bit more for having more characters, but this would be for co-op content only.
Agreed.
You're able to get more characters.
I feel like the only reason they haven't really added that much co-op in the game is because this is a mostly single-player experience. There are things that you can do in multiplayer, such as domains and the occasional.
See, right now, if I wanted to go make more condensed resin, I'd have to go back to single player. That's something else they need to fix.
I agree with that. I think we've talked about that before. That is something that they really should change.
Okay,
And
so
it's surprising that they haven't changed it. So the time has come for you to leave then, Colin?
Yep.
Then.
I might have suggested that we do this later if it didn't have to be a thing of we also have things to do later.
Oh, I didn't know that you had things to do.
No, we have things to do.
Well, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I meant to tell you when you arrived, and then I just kind of went AFK and forgot about it.
It's alright, it happens.
Only to the Stevens of us, Josh.
Indeed.
Case I will be back the next time.
Alright, dude. Well, that's unfortunate. Oops. I forgot. Switch to down here real quick. Oh, what the fuck? Why is D-Luke dead? What the fuck? Guess I'll just search for chests in this area. It's like the only place I still need to find shit in. This is... I still need to find shit there. I'll stick to this place first. Oh! I don't have anyone to talk about these things. Now is the problem. Shit. Well. Has Fatui been respawned? Nope. How long? 1 hour. God damn it, game. How many times you gotta tell me about this? I've done it twice. I know how this shit works. I wish this wasn't unlocking parts once per day. How long does it last? 5 days? Get the last one in 2 days. That leaves 3 days of getting a shit ton of experience for 40. Wait. Since I have built them, well, I may as well go into the Spiral Abyss. Actually gonna try to do this. So, first, I'm gonna my secondary team there. I said all that shit about healers not being all that useful. I'm using a healer in my main team.
Animal hypostasis. Shake it, hamster!
This?
Stand clear. Look at you, Boozle.
Burn!
Shake it, hamster! Stand clear.
Burn!
Pyrotechnics! Scratch that! Animal test 6308. Diana special!
Burning kiss?
Really? Dickhead?
Shred till I'm dead! Feel the beat! Absorption test. Animal test 6308. Power core.
Ha! 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 Time for retribution! Ha! Ha!
Shaken and stirred.
Ha!
Think you can get away? Yeah!
Lights out.
Ah! Woo! Yeah! Life goes on.
Lights out.
Time for takeoff. You can't La la la.
Yeah. Got it.
Animal test 6308. Animal test 6308. Swirl. Mark 2. Don't break my gut. Pyrotech. Think you can bully me?
Verdict is...
Pyrotechnics. Can't handle your drink. Huh.
For retribution!
Sketch. Feel the beat.
Ha! 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 Burn! Ha!
I'm here. Feel the beat. Shred till I'm dead. Stand clear. Absorption test. Pyrotechnics. Yeah. Swirl. Mark 2.
Ha! Ha! Verdict is...
Sketch. Pyrotechnics.
Ha! Verdict is...
Sketch. Look at you, Foozip. Power core.
Ha!
On the rocks. Power core.
Burn!
I'm not sure if this strat is working.
And
Ha!
I'm dying as fast as I was
absorption
hoping.
test. Animal test 6308. Pyrotechnics. Sketch. Time for takeoff. Go. Opening box of Adepti tricks. Shiver! Dumpy, dumpy, go! Let me amuse myself a little. Dumpy, dumpy, go! Judgment! Think you can get away? Yeah. Dumpy, dumpy, go! Judgment! Punishment! Rise. Judgment! Here we go! Time for takeoff. Dumpy, dumpy, go! Past orders given. Orders received. Blazing delight! La la la! Hi-ya! Woo! Dumpy, dumpy, go! Judgment! Here we go! Shiver! Hi! Hi-ya!
No, you don't. That's fine. I've already gotten 3 stars on that. This is the one that I struggle with now.
Feel the beat! Think you can bully me? Look at you!
Killjoy! We've only just begun. Verdict is... Let's end this quickly. Stay right there. You can't run! Well, that all you got? Be a killjoy! We've only just begun. Almost. You can't run! Well...
Absorption test! Absorption test! Need to make
Well,
adjustments.
she got fucking one shot.
Think you can bully me?
Ha! Ha!
Absorption test. Inhaling your drink. Huh, scratch.
You can't run! Well, I will try. Don't be a killjoy! We only just burn! You can't run!
Enhanced animal modules.
This is bad.
This isn't working. I was doing more with it the other way around. Also, that thing with Zinyan isn't working out too well. Huh? What?
Da, da, da. Wouldn't think you can get away.
Lights out.
gliding be faster? Time for takeoff.
Lights out.
Blazing to light! Boing, boing, boom! Brace yourselves. Think you can get away? Dumpy, dumpy.
You can't run!
Yahoo! Yeah! We are running. Dumpy, dumpy. Yeah. Let's play. Judgment. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What? Seriously? Fuck you.
Diana special. Scratch.
Do I get frostbite? Time for retribution!
Absorption test.
Dodge this!
Think you can bully me?
Dodge this!
Animal test 6308. Think you can bully me?
Time for retribution! So.
Scratch. Look at you. Scratch.
This moment will be frozen.
Shaken and stirred.
What's the...
Think you can bully me? Absorption test. Diana, stop.
Time for retribution!
Scratch.
Freeze! Oh, so sorry. Verdict is...
Shaken and...
Lol.
Time for takeoff. You can't run! Punishment!
Throw them all out. Boing, boing, boom. can get away? Yeah!
Lights out.
Max blast!
Come on, light a fucking tag.
That really hurt! Fine, fine, go! Ow!
You can't run! Judgment!
Animal module 70. Sketch. Look at you, Booty Down.
What the? Why did it go there?
Think you can bully me? Stand clear. Animal test 63.
Oh, so sorry. Time for retribution! Cool it!
Sketch.
Let me amuse myself a little.
Animal test 6308. Absorption test.
Time for retribution! Want a taste of my hammer?
Swirl, Mark 2. Diana Special.
Time for retribution!
What? What?
Stand clear. That's not right.
Dodge this! Don't get frostbite.
Animal test 6308. Absorption test. Swirl, Mark 2. Sketch.
Burn! No escape.
What?
I smell wine. Think you can get away?
You can't run!
Shiver! Back! Blast! Fine, fine, go! Yahoo! Fine, fine, go! Let's play! Time for takeoff.
You can't run! Punishment!
Back! Blast!
Judgment!
That really hurt! Let's play! Time for takeoff. Woo!
You can't run! You punishment!
Blazing delight!
Yeah, get wrecked. Look at all that HP it still has.
Animal hypostasis emulation. Think you can bully me? Diana special.
What the fuck? Why did it go there?
Time for retribution! Oh, so soft.
Blink.
Burn!
Shake it and stir. Now you've got me worked up. Think you can bully me? Ha.
Whoa, that was close.
Burn!
Absorption test. Think you can bully me? Look at you, Boozia.
This moment will be frozen. Freeze!
What?
Animal test 6308. Swirl, mark 2. Shake it and
Verdict is...
let's go. Shake it and stir.
Freeze!
Look at you, Boozia.
No escape! Don't get frostbite. Time for retribution!
Animal test 6308.
Dodge this! No escape! You.
Fuck that guy. Okay, it's this room that's the hardest. Maybe I should have done the healing. Whatever.
Go.
Send this quickly!
Yeah.
Lights out.
I see through you! Don't be a killjoy!
Time for takeoff.
Went too far. Yes.
Judgment.
Yeah.
I will
Lights out.
Let's play.
Think you can get away?
La la la.
This isn't good.
Yeah.
You can't run.
will be frozen. Burn!
Look at you, Boondale. Think you can bully?
Time for retribution! Ha! Ha! Ha!
Let me amuse myself a little. The more.
Yeah, this is taking too long. That's not going to work either. Well, we have run out of time, so we will be back again on Tuesday, probably, hopefully.